Addie, you're one of the more experienced girls golfers on this team this year. I guess, how would you kind of describe how you're golfing right now and how the Laramie High School girls team looks this fall?
So we don't obviously have a big team, but I feel like I feel like it's a little harder being a girl, but at the same time it gives more opportunities, and it's really fun just golfing with all the girls. And yeah.
For you, what do you love most about the game of golf?
That it's your own sport. You get to do your own thing, and it's a very mental sport, which is helpful for me because that also helps me out. So it's one of those sports that you just do what you want to do, and it's just a sport that's just you, and you don't have to rely on a team, and you just rely on yourself to do everything.
Where do you feel like you've kind of improved the most as you get ready for this fall season?
I feel like I've improved, honestly, on the mental part of golf, because I have always never been very good with handling my emotions very well. But I feel like during this golf season, I have just gotten so much better at it. And I feel like I am much better at controlling my emotions and just really focusing on the game of golf and the mental part of it.
So what are some of your goals, you personally as an individual, and maybe for the team this fall?
I would really like the girls to try their hardest, and honestly, I just really want to make it to state this year. I was one away last year, and I'm just hoping to really get there as I just am hoping to make it to state and just really try my hardest and work on myself, and in this season just also have a good relationship with the whole team and have a good bond with everyone last year.
What parts of the game have you been kind of focusing on to improve?
I have definitely been focusing on, if we're talking about swinging and stuff, I've definitely been focusing on my swing and how I'm gripping the clubs, and I've been working on how I'm putting, and definitely putting is my biggest thing right now. And yeah.
The schedule kind of keeps you on the southern end of the state. You go to Green River, and then I think it's Wheatland, Rock Springs, Torrington. The qualifiers in Cheyenne this year, and then state obviously over in Afton at Star Valley. What type of experience and knowledge do you have about the courses you're going to play?
I feel like they're all very different, because they're all at different parts. Some are have a lot of trees, and some have just all wheatland and all out of bounds areas, and so some of the courses are definitely harder than KOWB in my opinion, most of them are. And so I would say that they're all a very fun experience to have, and all of them are different, and that's just the best part is getting to travel. And yeah.
So how do you go about accomplishing your goal of qualifying for state, you think?
I'm going to focus my hardest on trying to just work on my swings, work on my putting for sure. I feel like if I get my putting good, I can definitely beat my high score, and I can definitely PR in my that's basically my whole goal this year, is to really PR and just get better and really work on the swings, really work on the strokes, things like that. And I'm hoping that if I just work a little bit harder this year than I did last year, I can make it to state.
Well, I appreciate the time and wish you best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Carson, coming into your junior year, you're one of the top 4A players right now in the state. Talk a little bit about what are some of your goals and expectations as you head into this season?
My goal is to win state. This year, I think it's very capable. I have played and I competed with everybody who is also in the top 4. So I think if I obviously play my game and I stay within myself, I think that my goal could be achieved this year. And expectations are obviously try my hardest, go into every tournament knowing that you're going to do good, and having that mindset to try to get at least top 5 every tournament, and that'd be great.
You were the only boy that qualified for state. How do you kind of pick the rest of the team up and get you guys qualified as a team this year?
Well, first of all, as a team this year, we have a bunch of good freshmen who are coming up, and we have people who have improved since last year. So as long as we can get at least 4 good scores, we're obviously going to get 5. I think we can very easily get to state as a team this year.
For you, how much pressure do you deal with knowing that you're kind of one of the guys to beat tournament in, tournament out? How do you deal with that?
Honestly, I try not to have pressure, if that makes sense. So, I just try to pick the team up in a way. So when people are getting down and I see them and they're not doing too great on a hole that I'm passing by them, I'm just say, hey, that's all right, keep it up, you got this, let's go finish strong.
For you, what are you working on in your game? Where do you feel you've improved in the last year?
Mindset, 100%. My mentality has been a lot better. Last year I was kind of a little hothead, but this year, no. been a lot better. Scores wise has been improving since tournaments in this summer. So I think if I carry that over to this fall, I think it should be great.
You guys have an interesting kind of south schedule this year between Green River, Wheatland, Rock Springs, Torrington.
Yeah.
The qualifiers in Cheyenne this
Yep.
year for 4A, and then states all the way over in Afton. What do you kind of know and expect on these courses?
I've played all of them, and I know and I expect all of them to be challenging, especially with, honestly, Wheatland. I know it's not like, doesn't look like that hard of a course, but it is. But you have to be ready for it. I mean, you have to be prepared. You have to do whatever it takes to course manage and do everything right.
And then lastly, you know, as you start out, what's kind of an opening week goal for you in Green River?
Top 5. And I mean, obviously Riker Lynn's going to be there, and I really want to beat him, but if that's a stretch and I just try to compete with him would be my goal.
Well, good luck this year. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.